Hey guys, it's Michi. It's been so long since I've done like a real YouTube video. It feels a little awkward, but I'm gonna see if I can put my best foot forward and try this again. Some of you guys have known that I was on YouTube years ago talking about hair and showing you guys how I do my hair for the most part. But I left, and I left because so much tragedy hit in my personal life. Like, I could not sit in front of a camera and smile anymore. So I had to kind of take a step back and kind of get my life together, in my real life. So many people on these platforms, and now even on social media, they're just so, I don't know how they do it, how they stay focused, and despite everything that's going on in their real life, it makes me question how authentic they are. Like, how can you sit up there and when shit is falling apart all around you? And that's kind of what happened to me. Like, my life kind of fell apart, and I had to take a step back and kind of regroup and get my life together. And my focus was no longer on hiding behind makeup or hiding behind hair and hiding behind the camera. I just had to step out from myself and into what my truth was. And my truth ended in divorce. It ended in a lot of growth, a lot of love for me. And I was able to do that and discover that part of me through traveling. So that's why you guys see me traveling. That's how I started traveling, because when you're hurt and you're in a dark place and there's nobody, I'm talking about friends, family, like nobody, the only person you have is yourself and God. You tend to take that and bottle it up and just keep it on reserve, like I did. So I started traveling, and I became invested in that, because that was like me. It became a part of my healing process. And I was devastated. There were so many things that went on, so much hurt, so much turmoil, so much pain. And after just kind of stepping away from it, gathering my kids, I left with a plastic bag of clothes and my kids. And I had to learn how to regroup and love and grow and still be me. And after so many years, I finally found it. So I'm happy. And that goes on to what this video is kind of about. A couple of weeks ago, if you guys are following me on Instagram or Facebook, you saw that I was in Turkey, and I went to Gloria's, from the blog Abroad's Sisterhood retreat. Now, the focus is showing you, the business side of blogging, and showing you the business side of how to grow your business, as far as like being a blogger, or if you're a photographer, or like me, I'm a travel agent, but I specialize in group trips. So, as my business. And I was really excited to go. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. I got my money together, because it wasn't easy. $4,000 just was not easy, but I got my money together, and I was like, okay, what harm is it? What harm could be done? If anything, I'll just have a good time in Turkey. So, no harm, no foul. So I flew from the Dominican Republic, and I don't even tell me about all that stuff in the Dominican. I already know. I was there a couple weeks ago, and I got all these messages. Oh, meet you, all this stuff is going on. And at that time, it was just, one lady being assaulted. She had her life, and that was it. But, since I've, left the country, so many deaths have been revealed, and I feel so bad for those, people who lost loved ones in the midst of that tragedy. But anyways, not to disregard that, but, just moving forward, I left from the Dominican and flew to Turkey. And when I saw Glow in person, first of all, I was like, hold on. Because there's so many people that you meet online or you see online, and there's so much filter and they're not who they are. They're like not themselves. They look completely different. And the first thing I told her was, "Oh my God, you you look the same. You're real." Like it was so refreshing, because there's so many people that I meet and they are so not like what they look like online. Like if you meet me, the biggest misconception that you may have about me is that I'm tall, but in real life I'm really short. Like I'm short stacked, like boom, 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 boom. I'm short stacked. So I was very happy when I saw her and she looked like herself. I was like, okay, shit, this is gonna be good. So we kind of like dove into it, and I was there with 3 other women other than Glow, and it was amazing, you guys. It was so nice to be in a space where, where women could kind of empower each other, and no one was, trying to backbite, backhand, shade, piss off, be jealous of, discourage the next person, because we all have a common goal, and that's just to be better within ourselves. And for me, the retreat revealed a little bit more than maybe for other people. I went into it with just like an open mind. Like I said, not knowing what to expect. Not sure what, I know what the website says I would learn, but it was so much more than that. It was so much deeper. I kind of discovered my own truth and my purpose. And during the retreat, I decided to, come back to YouTube, because YouTube made me happy. And I've met some incredible people via YouTube. And back then, like when I was doing it heavily, I met real people and became friends with real people. Like one of my very best friends, was a subscriber, and we met in person, and I just like fell in love with her. She's like, hey Mo. She became like one of my best friends, and it was just such a tight-knit community, and nobody was really trying to like be competitive in that, in that way. So it's so different now. Everyone is, don't eat from my plate. I don't want you on my platform, or you have to know this person. It's so different. And it was just nice to be in a place where the women were just empowering to one another, and everyone had something different to offer and something different to give. I just learned a lot of things that I wasn't sure about for myself. I took back with me. Sometimes as women and moms, ex-wives, wives, we can lose ourselves. And I know I lost myself. I lost myself a while ago, just not having the pizzazz that I had, not being who I'm used to being. It was, it was just very hard for me. So again, like I started traveling, started to like appreciate my life, appreciate the gifts that God has given me, appreciate my children. And, my spouse now, since I've gotten remarried, I went through so much, and it's been so long since I really have been on YouTube, and for real, for YouTube. Meeting Gloria in person was dynamic. The destination was dynamic. The ladies that I was with was dynamic. They were travel bloggers, travel photographer, and another travel agent. And I absolutely loved the other travel agent. Like, we have like a whole album of just photos of us. She was amazing. But, if you are on the fence about whether you should spend the amount of money for the retreat or not, or if it's worth it, I say hell yeah, it's worth it. Absolutely. So much was given to me, so many tools was given to me, without like telling you guys everything, or I want you to go with no expectations, but with an open mind, and be willing to actually do the work and learn. I honestly think the most important thing is you being open. There's so many people that can teach you things now and have all these courses that you can subscribe to and get. And there's no value in it because they're looking to, they're looking to make money and not looking to make sure that it works. And I just appreciated her undenying ability to share so openly, some things that are so private that other people would be like, no, don't say that. Don't talk about that. That's not good. But there's so much success in her failures. And she was able to enlighten us on what we can do to grow and be better in our own craft. And even me, deciding to step out of my little tiny bubble that I was in. And I don't want to be all emotional. Stepping out of the little bubble that I was in and being open to life again was like such a pivotal moment for me. I blossomed in a matter of moments, like almost like a flower that was like this, still beautiful, still having something to offer, but you just didn't have the right sun, the right water, the right tools. And when I was there, I got watered and I started to open up a little bit and it felt nice. It felt so nice. And just the kindness that was shown to me. It was my birthday. I turned 41. Oh, can you believe that? 41. I turned 41 in Turkey. And it was midnight and I was upstairs in the library, just having a drink and just taking in the moment. And at 12 o'clock on the dot, they brought a cake over to me, and no one knew I was in there. Like I was the only one, but no one knew that I thought it was my birthday. And I just broke down. I just cried. It was so wonderful. It was so special because it was just me. And I just thought that was just so kind. And I'm not used to that type of kindness, I'm not used to people giving me things without wanting something in return. And that was so nice. And then the next morning, we went for hot air balloon rides. And I was so gracious. I came back for breakfast and they brought another cake to me and sang. I was so emotional because it was so real. And the friendships that I was able to cultivate, and it's just this little tiny circle, was life-changing. And the energy that we were pouring into one another so we could all be better. So when we left, Turkey, we left with purpose, we left with goals, we left with, future opportunities to just be better and to share. It's something when women can come together and not be catty and not be jealous. Because sometimes let's say you have a job and your job, you're getting, career advancements, you're getting promotions, you are getting the acknowledgement, and maybe your friend is doing a job and, they're not really advancing. Their life isn't really going the way yours is, but you're putting in the work. They're kind of like getting by, and they're mad at you because you trying to do it. It gets draining after a while, you know what I mean? So it was so nice to be around people who were not mad because I'm traveling, but not knowing, why I'm traveling, or not knowing my truth as to what the hell is really going on. You just see pretty pictures and you automatically come up with this scenario, not knowing that travel is not only, for my emotional health, my mental health, but it's just like a way of life for me at this point. It's because I have to. And I wanted to share that with everybody. That's why I started doing group trips so people can come and travel with me. I have payment plans, you know, because I can't pay for these damn trips up front. I need a deposit. I need to be able to put a couple $100s down and make payments when I get the money, you know, a few years out. Like that's the kind of setup I need. I don't need, you know, boom, I need $5,000 right now. No, I need a little bit at a time. So, you know, it was really nice. And I walked away from the airport. I walked away with so much hope, so much direction for my life and what I want for me, and the people who are around me. You know, I want everybody who associates with me, Michi, Demetria, to win. Everybody, you know, if I know something and if I have any type of knowledge, I want to share it to the next person, so then you can grow, you can get better, and you can be better. I don't want to just hoard, you know, my success or hoard the information that I know because I'm afraid that somebody else is going to beat me or be better than me. I want you to be better than me. I want you to grow. I want you to be more. I want you to excel. I want that. I want that for everybody, especially for women. You know, especially for women who look like me. You know, I want that. I want that so much. I want that so badly. And I am so proud of Glow for taking the initiative to create a platform for all of us, not just for herself, not just to big up her, but so she can cultivate this new generation of women who come together to support one another and pour into each other out of love and out of respect. So, you know, I remember sitting on the couch and I had asked this young lady, you know, what I could do to get better. How could I be a better person? And she told me to be a little bit more inclusive. And I understood what she meant. I didn't take it as, oh, this bitch, what she's saying, like, what she want problems, what I can't be for my people, like what? And I understood that because I am like pro-black women all day long. Not that I have anything against other nationalities, I don't, but I just felt like we were so oppressed for so many years, and especially in what I'm doing. Like, there's not many black travelers that you openly see, you know. So I naturally I'm drawn to other women who do the similar things that I'm doing, and I want them to really win because it's not many of us that look like us that are winning. You know, I get so frustrated sometimes. I go away and I'm like the only black person, so they have this stereotype of what we should look like or what we should be. And I told you guys how I felt about like some of the places that I've been to being black. Like it's pretty interesting. And I think by me coming back to YouTube completely, you know, honestly, I'm hoping that I can share, you know, what it is that I do. I hope that I can inspire someone that may be older or don't know what direction they want to go in and, you know, just be better, you know, because there's always room for growth. And if I could be broken and completely shattered and be able to put my life back together, maybe I can help somebody else do the same thing. You know, if I survived, if I came through it and I got better, you know, you can too. And sometimes it takes, you know, other people to recognize the beauty in us that we just don't see. And I'm not talking about fictitious beauty, makeup, hair. I'm talking about the beauty that lies within us. The beauty that is in our hearts, that is expressed through our minds and our mouths. That beauty. So, thank you guys for welcoming me back. I appreciate it very much. And I hope you are here to stay with me on this journey. And I'll see you later.